What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a very exciting Liverpool transfer news video where we will have huge major updates to Milos Kerkez going to Liverpool and Florian Wirtz going to Liverpool. There will be massive transfer news in this video, and we will also talk about a recent Salah interview that he gave where he said that he would have gone to Saudi Arabia had he not signed a new contract at Liverpool, and we will also talk about Trent Romano's emotional farewell. But how are you feeling ahead of the Liverpool trophy parade today after yesterday Liverpool lifted the Premier League trophy? If you are as happy and excited as I am, make sure to just leave a like on this video, it really means a lot to me. And also comment which country are you watching from. I would love to hear from you guys and when you found my channel, and also subscribe if you're new around here so you never miss the daily transfer news updates around Liverpool FC. So Romano just 7 hours ago shared this, that negotiations are underway between Bournemouth and Liverpool for the transfer of Milos Kerkez, my fellow Hungarian, the most exciting young left back in the Premier League. I think we can safely say that Liverpool remain favourites to sign Kerkez as talks continue well, and this transfer could be done soon. So this transfer could be done this week, hopefully in the next few days. Liverpool are making moves in the transfer market and I'm here for it. I'm so excited about it. And Kerkez remains very keen on the move to Liverpool. Personal terms are not an issue. So Kerkez wants to sign for Liverpool. Of course, why wouldn't he? His best friend Dominic Szoboszlai plays for Liverpool as well. And Arne Slot and Virgil van Dijk both confirmed that Liverpool will have a big summer when it comes to transfers. We will spend a lot of money and we will sign some big players. Romano confirmed that the Jeremy Frimpong deal is done, sealed and delivered, just not yet officially announced. Frimpong passed his medical, we triggered his release clause, so no issues there. Frimpong will be announced as soon as the transfer window opens. And Arne Slot said, we just want good players. Ideally, you sign them as early as you can. This club, Liverpool FC, doesn't start working on transfers from today. There has already been so much work done on targets. Liverpool have already been working for months and months on signing Frimpong, Kerkez, Florian Wirtz, and if we could pull off this hat-trick of transfers, it will be the best start to a Liverpool transfer window and the best start to a Liverpool summer that I can ever remember. And I've been supporting this club since 2001. Romano also shared that in the next hours, on Monday, so today, and on Tuesday, Liverpool and Leverkusen are in direct contact again. The official bid is coming, so everything is ready to advance. I will also reveal the potential transfer fee for the Florian Wirtz transfer in this video. But David Ornstein gave a very exciting Kerkez update because Liverpool are desperately trying to get some of the summer transfer business wrapped up early. So speaking to NBC Sports, the Athletics reliable journalist David Ornstein gave Liverpool an update on the pursuit of Milos Kerkez. He said, Milos Kerkez, the left back that's been heavily linked with Liverpool, I think we could see that ramp up in the coming days. So Liverpool remain favourites to sign Kerkez, and this just further confirms it, that David Ornstein says that in the next few days there will be accelerated moves. Liverpool wanted to be respectful to Bournemouth and wait until Bournemouth finished their season. They won 2-0 I think yesterday and they kept a clean sheet, and Kerkez dropped a massive hint about his summer because he said on his Instagram, where he's very active, he's liking all the posts about Liverpool, all the posts of Kerkez being linked with Liverpool. He likes all the posts about Szoboszlai and all the other Liverpool posts of Liverpool signing new players, which is very curious because Kerkez is not a Liverpool player yet, but he absolutely loves the Liverpool content and watches the Liverpool content on Instagram. So Kerkez on Instagram said, 38 games, 38 started, we finished the job, we broke the record, thanks to the fans and everyone for their support, thanks to the gaffer for trusting me to start all 38 games, special thanks to the one above for keeping me safe and healthy. And of course, nothing would be possible without my family. I don't know what will happen in the next week, but Cherry's family, thank you. So basically there he hinted that Kerkez could leave Bournemouth in the next week or so. Of course the transfer window officially opens on June the 1st, so Liverpool will be looking to wrap up the Kerkez transfer as soon as possible, and other reports have backed up the Kerkez update, and Liverpool are also accelerating their Florian Wirtz transfer, which could be the biggest transfer in Premier League history. Kicker claims that Liverpool are now accelerating their move for Wirtz. We are in deep conversations with Leverkusen to agree a transfer fee, the structure of the deal, and more on that will be revealed in a few minutes. So now Liverpool want to make sure to get this done ASAP as soon as possible. That's not just because it makes sense. They are naturally a little worried about things changing. Kicker argues that Real Madrid is really the only potential entrant to the race that could change things. They've just announced that Xabi Alonso as their new head coach, and that's quite a lot of pull. But Liverpool just want to get this over with. Kicker says it was always unlikely that things were absolutely sealed over the weekend. But this week, it's very possible that Liverpool will seal this Florian Wirtz transfer. Bayern are out of the race. Wirtz chose Liverpool over Bayern, and now it's just a matter of time, hopefully, before Liverpool actually agree a transfer fee with Bayer Leverkusen. Liverpool have already broken the English transfer record a couple of times, most recently in 1995 for Stan Collymore. 1995, when the last time Everton won a trophy, by the way. So Peter Beardsley joined Liverpool in 1987 for an English transfer record as well, and Kenny Dalglish, one of the biggest Liverpool legends. I was so happy to see King Kenny smiling and happy and tears in his eyes during the You Will Never Walk Alone at Anfield yesterday. So Kenny Dalglish was a record transfer as well, but that was every penny well spent. Arguably is the greatest ever player and manager to ever play for Liverpool and to ever manage Liverpool, combined player manager. And inside Bayern Munich, Bayern Space reveals he was the account which predicted that Wirtz will choose Liverpool ahead of Bayern Munich, and he also explained very well the reasons why. So the decision has been made to brief friendly media outlets by Bayern Munich in the coming days with big attacking names in an effort to shift the focus after the embarrassment of the failed Wirtz transfer. While a major signing for a winger is possible, Bayern has now adjusted its approach with the focus on not spending more than what comes in, which means any new signings will require selling players first. Does that sound familiar, guys? That was the same for Liverpool as well. But now that Liverpool saved a lot of money in the transfer window in the last 2 seasons, the last 1.5 seasons, we can go big in the transfer window this season. So internally, it was previously agreed that the Wirtz transfer, due to his exceptional importance, would not be counted within the regular budget of Bayern Munich. However, any names signed after him would have required matching income from outgoing players. Now that Wirtz is no longer part of the plan, that exception is off the table. Bayern's intention is to finish this transfer window with a balanced outcome where the money spent on signings equals the money earned from sales. So that's not a very good news for Bayern fans, but we are all about Liverpool here. So let's talk about the transfer fee, because according to Bayern Space, the transfer fee will be a fixed 100 million euros for Florian Wirtz, which is a fixed 85 million. So that's guaranteed payment to Bayer Leverkusen. And the rest is achievable bonuses and add-ons and clauses that could be triggered by Florian Wirtz achieving a different set of objectives at Liverpool. So winning the Premier League, winning the Champions League, scoring X amount of goals. Just to give you a few examples, the total package will be just 110 million pounds, which is 130 million euros. If that is true, that is actually an awesome deal. That is cheaper than what Bayer Leverkusen asked of Bayern Munich. And that makes sense because Leverkusen would ask for a premium to sell to one of their title rivals in the same country, in the Bundesliga, in Germany, and they could sell Florian Wirtz for a little bit cheaper to Liverpool. Of course, it's not a cheap deal, but Liverpool could save potentially maybe 20 million on the deal, or 15 million if it's just 110 million in total and not 125 million as originally quoted. And Bayern Space was asked when Can we reckon we get the here we go that Florian Wirtz is going to be a Liverpool player? Like I said, Bayern Space said, Florian Wirtz's wish was always to have the deal completed before he joins the national team for the Nations League games, and that is in about a week, so like June the 3rd. Liverpool promised him exactly that and assured him that they would get it done within that time frame, so it's going to happen very soon, expecting it to be done by the end of next week at the latest. So that is very interesting, that at the end of this week, because he wrote this yesterday, so at the end of this week, Liverpool expect the Florian Wirtz transfer to be done, and that is very, very exciting, or at least I'm very hopeful that this deal can get done alongside the Milos Kerkez deal. What a start this is to the transfer window. These are the days, my friends, these are the days that we have been dreaming of. Liverpool lifting the Premier League title, getting one of the most epic trophy parades in football history. I cannot wait to watch the footage, and I'm really so excited and so looking forward to it. And also Liverpool advancing well with all these amazing, exciting, epic transfers for fantastic players, world-class players as well. I'm really happy, and I'm just over the moon, smiling ear to ear. And now let's talk about the Mo Salah interview, because he said that had I not renewed my contract with Liverpool, there was a very big chance that I would have been in the Saudi League. I'm still in touch with them, the Saudi League representatives, and we have a good relationship. Real Madrid and Barcelona were never in the picture. So I told you guys that Salah can go anytime to Saudi Arabia because he's an absolute icon in the Arab world, probably the most famous sports personality in the Muslim and Arab world, and Salah is world famous, and the Saudi League would throw hundreds of millions of pounds at Mo Salah just to get him to play in the league, to be the face of the league. So even in 2 years' time, if Salah runs down his next contract at Liverpool and leaves on a free transfer, even in 2 years, Saudi Arabia will give him a huge amount of money. So the door is always open to Saudi. And that, of course, if Salah went to Saudi League right now, it would have been a massive waste because he's at the peak of his powers. He just broke the Premier League goal contributions record with the most goals and assists combined, or at least he set it, but in terms of the 38-game Premier League season, he actually broke the record already. In a few years, it makes a lot of sense for Salah to go to the Saudi League. He's probably the best player from that region ever, and Salah is one of the best players of all time. Definitely one of the best players in Premier League history. Play here where he is adored and is challenged so he is playing at Liverpool until he's ready to slow down a bit, then play in a league that is closer to home and make generational wealth for a couple of years of work. He's easily the best player from the Arab region, another Liverpool fan said. Probably the best Muslim ever. Maybe him and Zidane are a toss of the coin. Even if he becomes bad in 2 years, Saudi will pay insane money for Salah to get to the Saudi League. And I wouldn't feel bad if Salah slows down in the Premier League and he can't produce his regular numbers and he feels that his time is finished at Liverpool. I never would harbor any hard feelings for Salah because he already gave 8 years of his life to Liverpool Football Club, and he will give another 2 more years. So after 10 years, if he goes off into the sunset to the Saudi League, I will wish him the best. And he's one of the biggest legends, top 5 Liverpool legends of all time, alongside Kenny Dalglish, Steven Gerrard, Ian Rush, and many other players as well. Another Liverpool fan already speculates that you should read between the lines that Liverpool have the option to sell Salah anytime in the next 2 years before his contract expires if the worst case scenario strikes and the inevitable decline comes. So yeah, Liverpool fans shouldn't have been worried about the length of the contract. I think a 2-year contract makes perfect sense for both Salah and Van Dijk. At the end of the 2 years, we can see where we are and we can maybe give them another extension, any of those 2 players, if they are still producing at the very top level and if they still want to stay, of course. But even if Salah signed a 5-year contract, this Liverpool fan argues, the Saudis would still have given us an easy maybe 50 to 100 million pounds for him a couple of years from now, if we really wanted it. Personally, I want him to sign another contract next summer that renews him for another couple of years. Genuinely no risk here. Even if he tears his ACL or something catastrophic happens, the Saudis would still take him just for the marketing. But the bottom line is, Salah is at the peak of his powers. He shows no signs of slowing down. Yes, maybe next season his numbers will be a little bit lower, but even if he just produces 70% or 75% of his numbers, he will still be the best player at Liverpool. He will be still the top scorer, top assister. So I'm so happy that Salah is staying at Liverpool, and I just wanted to comment on this interview that Salah gave. Trent Alexander-Arnold also got very emotional at the end of the game. I have mixed feelings about Trent Alexander-Arnold, as you know. I voiced them many times on my channel. Trent said after the game, I didn't know what to expect stepping out at Anfield today. Of course, after being booed, just my take, of course he was nervous what his reception is going to be like. I wanted to play for the club one more time. I said that to the manager and he trusted me to go in there at halftime. To get the reception I got means more than anything to me. I've played hundreds of games for the club, but I've never felt so loved and cared for than today. From the bottom of my heart, I hope the fans and the supporters of Liverpool will be able to recognize the hard work and everything I did for the team. There wasn't a day where I didn't think about the team. From 6 years old to now, 20 years, very long time, but I've loved every minute, the ups and the downs, coming through the academy, making it to the first team, being part of that properly. It's been an honor and a privilege. It's not sunk in yet. It's all I have ever known. At times you catch yourself thinking, you will be back next season. But then you remember it's not the case because things are changing. I remember these moments for the rest of my life, especially today. It's been the best day of my life, a very special day and a very special achievement for the team and the club. And you know what, Trent Alexander-Arnold, I wish you well at Real Madrid, but just not against Liverpool. And I also wish that you came out and during the season you were honest with us fans and said your true intentions. Because to hide and to not show in front of the media and to not say anything for the whole season, and then just after we already won the title and after the season is pretty much over, you came out and you said you are leaving on a free transfer as well, screwing over Liverpool financially. I don't think we should be too mad at any Liverpool fans who booed Trent Alexander-Arnold in maybe the previous home game. I can understand their feelings as well. Trent Alexander-Arnold right now is a Liverpool legend, but I don't think he will be remembered as a big Liverpool legend. But time will tell. Let's see what happens in the next 5 to 10 years and whether Trent Alexander-Arnold wants to come back one day to Liverpool. I'm not sure we would take him back, but let's wait and see what happens. I'm fascinated by your thoughts. Let me know down below in the comments, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, guys. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.